Nobody wants to suffer, but growth doesn't negotiate with comfort. The human psyche is wired to seek stability, to stay where it's safe, predictable, familiar. But the uncomfortable truth is this: every form of meaningful transformation begins with disruption. You do not evolve when life is easy. You evolve when something forces you to confront your limitations and stretch beyond them. And if life isn't pushing you there, you have to force yourself. You have to deliberately seek out the uncomfortable, the early mornings, the hard conversations, the heavy responsibilities, because that's where strength is forged. The discomfort you avoid is often the exact place where your next breakthrough is hiding. When you run from pain, you also run from power. Psychologically, we know that avoidance breeds weakness, but exposure, facing what's hard, builds resilience. It's not about masochism, it's about transformation. The caterpillar doesn't become the butterfly by staying in the cocoon. It has to break through it. So if you feel resistance, good, that's the signal, that's your edge. Lean into it. Don't wait for change to happen. Force it, build it, shape it. Because the comfort zone might feel like safety, but in truth, it's the most dangerous place you can live. Growth begins when you stop negotiating with your excuses. There's a dangerous cultural lie that says you need to feel like it before you do the work. That you have to be inspired or emotionally aligned before taking action. But that's backward. The truth is, your emotions are wildly inconsistent. They rise and fall with weather, sleep, diet, stress, and memory. If you build your life on how you feel, you'll live in chaos. Discipline, not emotion, is the foundation of excellence. It's what turns intentions into action and action into character. Discipline means you act despite how you feel. You commit to the thing you said you would do, especially when it's hard. This is psychological maturity. Children are run by impulse. Adults are guided by principle. And when you start living like that, when you refuse to let temporary feelings derail permanent goals, you begin to separate yourself. That's when the world starts to take you seriously. That's when you start taking yourself seriously. You don't need motivation. You need structure. You need consistency. And you need to make peace with the reality that it's going to hurt, but it's also going to be worth it. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you were born to become. One of the most overlooked forces shaping your life is identity. Not the one stamped on your passport, but the internal story you tell yourself about who you are. That narrative governs your behavior more than logic, goals, or even pain. You will always act in alignment with your deepest self, concept, even if that concept is destroying you. If you believe you're average, you'll subconsciously limit yourself to average choices. If you think you're not a leader, you'll defer when it's time to speak up. It's not your talent holding you back. It's your self-image. Psychologically, we don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our identity. So if you want to level up your life, you have to level up how you see yourself. You must raise your internal standard *. Start acting like someone worthy of the life you're chasing, not pretending becoming, through consistent effort, aligned decisions, and relentless truth. Telling, you rewire the story. And eventually, that new story starts to become real. This is not about ego or arrogance. It's about responsibility. Because once you truly believe you are made for more, mediocrity becomes intolerable. Change your identity, and your reality will follow. One of the most overlooked forces shaping your life is identity. Not the one stamped on your passport, but the internal story you tell yourself about who you are. That narrative governs your behavior more than logic, goals, or even pain. You will always act in alignment with your deepest self, concept, even if that concept is destroying you. If you believe you're average, you'll subconsciously limit yourself to average choices. If you think you're not a leader, you'll defer when it's time to speak up. It's not your talent holding you back. It's your self-image. Psychologically, we don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our identity. So if you want to level up your life, you have to level up how you see yourself. You must raise your internal standard. Start acting like someone worthy of the life you're chasing, not pretending becoming, through consistent effort, aligned decisions, and relentless truth, telling you rewire the story. And eventually, that new story starts to become real. This is not about ego or arrogance. It's about responsibility. Because once you truly believe you were made for more, mediocrity becomes intolerable. Change your identity and your reality will follow. Excuses are subtle. They wear the mask of logic, but underneath their fear. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of responsibility. And the problem isn't just that excuses delay progress. It's that they justify stagnation. They give you permission to stay small while sounding intelligent. I didn't have the right upbringing. I'm too tired. They didn't support me. These are not reasons. They're rehearsed escape routes. And the more often you take them, the more natural it feels to quit. Eventually, you build a life that's perfectly explained, but painfully unfulfilled. Philosophically, the human being is the only creature capable of self-deception so sophisticated that it can destroy its own potential in the name of comfort. But you weren't made to stay where it's safe. You were made to evolve, to overcome, to bear the weight of responsibility and emerge stronger. That starts by killing the habit of making excuses and replacing it with brutal honesty, not blame ownership. Because the moment you own the problem, you also claim the power to solve it. Excuses don't protect you. They imprison you. The life you want begins the moment you stop justifying the one you're settling for. You are not just a product of your willpower, you are a product of your environment. That's a hard truth for people who believe they can discipline everything. But if you're constantly surrounded by distraction, negativity, or people who reinforce your worst habits, no amount of motivation will sustain you. Your surroundings either reinforce your growth or undermine it. There is no neutral ground. The people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, the content you consume, they are all shaping your trajectory in ways you often don't see until it's too late. Psychologically, we adapt to what is normal in our environment. If laziness is normal, we lower our standards. If ambition is normal, we rise to meet it. That's why high-performers intentionally engineer their environment to reflect the future they're building, not the past they're escaping. They don't just remove distractions, they replace them with challenges. They don't just avoid toxic people, they seek out those who demand their excellence. Because they understand this. Elevation is not just an internal decision. It's an external strategy. If your surroundings don't stretch you, they're shrinking you. Build a life that demands your greatness, not one that excuses your mediocrity. There's a misconception that if something is meant for you, if it's from God, it should come easily. But that's not how purpose works. Purpose isn't handed to you fully formed. It's given in seed form, and it's your responsibility to cultivate it. God can place the gift within you, but He will not force you to activate it. That part is on you. The strength, the vision, the resilience, they're already inside. But they lie dormant until you choose discipline over distraction, action over comfort, responsibility over excuse. This is a sacred partnership. God provides potential, you provide commitment. And when you move in alignment with that gift, when you force yourself to develop it through repetition, struggle, and focus, You begin to see evidence of what was possible all along. Faith, then, is not passive. It's not just believing something good will happen. It's behaving in a way that proves you believe it. It's waking up early, showing up consistently, sacrificing comfort, because you trust there's something greater on the other side of the grind. Don't pray for purpose and then live passively. Asterisk asterisk, you've already been equipped, now it's time to act like someone worthy of the calling. Asterisk asterisk.